i-click na ang subscribe button at huwag kalimutang pindutin ang bell para ma-notify kayo sa tuwing may bago kaming video.
Okay, now, but before we go on to the other testimony is Kerwin Espinosa's statements at that point before retraction were used to persecute you, but he did not serve as a witness on record on your 3 drug cases. Why do you think is that looking back?
Maybe the prosecutors in my 3 cases already knew or already sensed that they would have an uncooperative witness, meaning that at a proper time in the course of his testimony before the courts and the witness stand, there is a high probability that he will be taking back his words.
And he did.
Now, and he did. And then, maybe nakita na nila yon na he could not be relied on. But then DOJ was also under, sort of compulsion, especially under a Duterte guy, a loyalist, Secretary Aguirre, to really build up those cases, even if these are really weak cases, because the very credibility of their principal witnesses are in question. Isa pa nga yan, Karen, yung sinasabi ngayon ni Senator Bato. Maniniwala ba kayo dyan na drug lord yan? Hindi lang yan alleged drug lord, kundi totoong drug lord. Sino bang paniniwalaan nyo? Siya o ako? But we can always return the question to him. Yeah. Why on earth did you use him in the first place in 2016? In the same manner that they also used those PDL witnesses. Yeah. These are also drug lords. These were convicted of heinous crimes. And we've been saying all along that their credibility is almost zero. So why use them? So binabalikan na talaga sa kanila yung mga yan eh. How can they explain that? And besides, in the case of Kerwin Espinosa, so they would say, and some people would also say, so let's see now. Let's weigh things up. Na paniniwala ba talaga tayo? Kailangan namang corroborative dyan kay Kerwin. Kasi, the general rule under jurisprudence is that recantation is frowned upon. You don't easily believe recantation, but it doesn't mean that you will no longer listen to the recantation. It doesn't mean that the courts or whichever forum would now, would no longer look at the entire circumstances. You see, Kerwin already said in his latest testimony that he was coerced, so under duress. Now, that's the proof that he was under duress. That's his personal knowledge. Now, in his recantation, is there any proof that can also indicate that he is now also being coerced, or that he was paid, or
Yes.
or promised anything in exchange for his recantation? There is absolutely none. There is no indication at all, because the atmosphere is such. You cannot think naman that the BBM administration has coerced him when it was him who, if I understood it correctly, he was the one who offered to the Quadcom committee na meron din siyang pwedeng sabihin, especially in light of the questionable summary killing of his father, right? So, common sense.
Okay. So kumbaga, this is the domino effect of the several testimonies. All right.
Maligayang pagdating sa TeamSam TV, ang inyong maasahang source para sa mga pinakasariwang balita at kaganapan. Kaya, i-click na ang subscribe button at huwag kalimutang pindutin ang bell para ma-notify kayo sa tuwing may bago kaming video. TeamSam TV, inilalapit kayo sa mga balitang kailangan ninyo, araw-araw.